Hi, I'm Lisa Sim and this is WatchMojo.com, and today we're going to have DJ Fafa as my model. She's demonstrating the how to look like you but better look. Okay, so we've applied the Sim Mineral Loose Foundation in iced coffee with a large kabuki brush. We did a little bit of grooming of the eyebrows, making sure they're brushed up a little bit fuller, more natural. And now we're going to start with the eyes. We're going to work our way down the face. We're going to do eyebrows first. We're going to use the Sim Minerals Essentials Eye Quad. We're going to take a small Kolinsky Sable Angle, one of my favorite brushes of all time. I'm going to dip into Brown Derby. I just work the two colors in. There's Candlelight up on top, and there's push it into the brush a little bit more. Now that we've brushed the brow, I can go in and just fill in just some small gap areas that just need a little bit of shading. So it's really just very, very lightly, really lightly connecting the hair so it just fills in the little holes, but not too much. So you do it very lightly. If you want to be more dramatic, go with Brown Derby by itself. If you want it to be a little bit more subtle, you have that ability to build the color. Brushing up, exposing the lower part of the roots, and just lightly filling in the little patchy areas. And so once you're finished doing that light filling in, brush it through so the color is just on the skin, it's not in the hair. Sometimes I want to reinforce the arch. I'll go just with the Brown Derby and do a little upside down V and then fill that in. Brush that through. And you've just added instant height to the arch of the brow. Okay, so now that we've done the eyebrows, we're gonna go into our favorite base shade. This is Candlelight from Sim Minerals from the Essentials Kit. I'm gonna be using a large Chisel Oval Deluxe Fluff. It's amazing for just laying down the base, highlighting inner corner. You can actually use it to highlight the under eye if you are opting out of any kind of cream concealer. This just illuminates. You can spread it along the top of the cheekbone as well and extend out onto the temple. The advantage of anything that is chisel cut is that it blends as it applies. Okay, now going into Tiramisu, it's the second darkest color. I'm gonna use the Chisel Double Angle, and we're gonna fill in the lower lid with this. What's nice is that you can always use it dry for shadow, and when you want something just to accent the lower lash line, you can always use this wet with the small tapered Kolinsky angle. So go like halfway across the eye, just looking forward. And what I'm doing is I'm taking the brush and I'm using the tip of it, putting that into the hollow of the eye, the crease, and then pulling up. So it's going to blend up towards the arch of the brow. Switching brushes, this is a duo brush. It's like a little chisel, little mini chisel on the end. You're gonna be able to do two things with the same color. We're gonna use it as a shadow, just to add depth to the outer crease. That little, just make a little V, basically. I'm turning my brush to add depth to the outer corner. Really get into the lash line. Just gonna leave a big chunk of that there, looking straight up. We're gonna use the small tip for doing a softer shadow line across the entire lash line. So it creates definition of the lash line, but you're not actually lining it with a pencil. It's gonna be a little bit softer. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna dip back into Tiramisu. So outer corner to the center of the eye is Brown Derby. Inner corner to the center is the Tiramisu. What we're gonna do is take Brown Derby, same little tip on this because it's great for smudging. I'm gonna take a little bit of this. It's the Sim Minerals Mineral Mist. It's like all essential oils. Excellent for your skin, great for refreshing, but I'm gonna use this in this case as a liner. And this will just turn it into a really soft, subtle, line, but that's gonna last a lot longer and look more natural than a pencil can. So you did a little bit of lining using the Brown Derby wet. I'm just gonna dip back with the Chisel Double Angle, and I'm gonna take that color. I put the Brown Derby in the outer corner. I'm just gonna like swirl that all together because you just basically don't wanna have any lines. So just keeping your eyes open, using the tip and doing small circles. So right on top of where that little line was, that disappears because it's blending in with the Tiramisu. Just to add a little extra oomph to the back of the lash line on top, we're gonna go into Onyx, which is the black. We're gonna use the tapered Kolinsky angle. I'm just gonna really work the outer corner. If you wanna have a little bit more of a cat eye, add like a little 20-degree angle to the brush when you get to the end. Use the tip against the lash line, and then pull upwards. Okay, so you do a third to half the eye. We're gonna do a little lash curling, okay? Always do root, middle, tip, if you got the length. Otherwise, just do like the base and the middle. Okay, so now we're gonna do a little bit of mascara, and I always say, when in doubt, more mascara. Fafa's a DJ, so she says, you know, like, needs more cowbell, and I say needs more mascara. We're gonna add a little bit of bling, some mineral gems. I have some gorgeous shades. So this is Spun Gold, it's one of my favorites. Chisel double angle, do the tip, work the color in, pop it on the inside corner, underneath the arch of the brow, and along the top of the cheekbone. Use your fingers to work the color in, putting it right on the inner corner and down, and then pulling it across the lower lid. If it helps, you can always lift the arch of the brow, pat it. And so the bronze metal, I'm just gonna spritz a couple of drops in there. I'm gonna use the small end of the duo brush and inner corner. Kind of leave it there. It catches light in the middle of the eye, makes the eye look bigger. This next color is called Toasted Topaz. And take the double angle, dip into that, and run that in the crease, inner corner to the center, keeping the tip pointed down towards the crease. Blend it up towards the middle. The last one is called Platinum. It's pure white. The Deluxe Oval Fluff. Tap the color into the brush so it's not just sitting on the surface. Hold your arch up and take it and just press right in underneath the arch. So that white is just gonna add extra height. It's gonna catch more light. The Chisel Oval Fluff is an ideal brush for applying any kind of highlighter underneath the arch of the brow. Okay, so you have your option of either platinum or spun gold for highlighting the tops of the cheekbones. Instead of getting like a special brush for that, we can use still the Deluxe Oval Fluff. Dipping into that, and just kind of like, you know, rubbing it like an eraser. So moving on, we have Naturally Suntan. It's a new pressed bronzer. We're gonna use the Blush Travel Brush. Hit the cheeks, top of the nose, forehead, chin, everywhere the sun normally hits. Okay, so after Naturally Suntan, you can just leave it like this. It's really nude and natural. If you want to impart a little bit of color on the apples of the cheeks, I have a lovely shade called Cedar. Tiniest amount. Work it into the brush. Little smile. If you can get away with doing just natural lips, doing nothing, that's the best thing to do. But otherwise, I'm gonna take a little bit of Terracotta. It's another one of the blushes. I'm just using the small tip of the duo brush, and I'm brushing it on dry. This is the safest thing that you could be putting on your lips because it's completely ingestible. It passes through your body, completely inert. Brush that all over, dry, add a little bit of gloss on top. Take a little dab of this once it's on. So I'm gonna like just press that, and a little smile. And you can give that really like little dewy finish. So it's kind of monochromatic. The thing that you use on your lips, you can also use on your cheeks. Okay, now that I've made Fafa look like Fafa, but just better, we're gonna give her a little spritz of the Sim Minerals Mineral Mist. Close her eyes. I wanna thank Fafa the DJ for being my model today. This is How to Be You, but Better. I'm Lisa Sim. You've been watching WatchMojo.com.